Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, October 25th, and I decided that I would actually do a video that was actually kind of about photography, or at least about my photography. So I was looking through some of my old assignments from last year and stuff that I put in for print comp as well, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll just talk about them, rant about them, and possibly definitely be ranting about the Fanshop photography program. So let's begin. Okay, I'll start with my print comp pictures because they're just easier to fish out right now. Okay. First we have a picture that actually got the worst out of my 4 pictures that I submitted to print comp because of a tiny little technicality and people being so narrow-minded. First, I'll show you the picture, and you can be the judge and, say whether you liked it or not. So here we have my first picture. I called it Clouds at Sunset. I submitted it to the nature category because I even talked to the program coordinator to just, verify, what category I should put it in. And he said, well, with nature, it has to be the most dominant feature of the picture. And as you can tell, that sky is pretty freaking big and takes up, about 5/4 of the entire picture. 5/4, wow. 4/5 of the picture. Yeah, I can do math early in the morning. Anyways, with how print comp works, there's 2 judging panels. On the one day, it's the third-year students who do the judging. And the second day, it's teachers. And the third day is only if there's like a big discrepancy between the teachers and student marks. My picture goes up. I'm sitting and I'm waiting. And there's a judge discrepancy or point discrepancy. If 2 judges' marks are greater than 15%, because they're marking them out of 100, right? Then the highest judge has to talk about why they gave such a high mark, and then the lowest scoring judge has to say why they think it's worth that, and then all the judges have to remark or rescore. Anyways, with the students, it ended up getting about a 45 because there's houses and there's a power line down at the bottom. But I mean, they're black. They're not a big thing in the picture. I mean, the big thing is the sky. Anyways, so the students failed it. The teachers at least gave it a passing mark, and they had the same discrepancy as well. And they gave it a 55 just because, there's rooftops and a power line down at the bottom. The real funny thing is, though, when the fall semester started back in September, in the photography hallway, each year they changed the pictures and put up pictures that were in print comp from last year. And what did I see on the wall? I saw Clouds at Sunset on the wall, up there with other pictures that, scored 70% or 80 or 90%. So I was like, well, what the hell? You practically fail me at print comp, but yet you think my picture is great enough to put on the wall? I don't know. It was confusing. Let's see, what else do we have? I love this one. I kind of wish I'd gotten a better mark. I can't remember exactly what mark it did end up getting, but I think it was like maybe the 50s or 60s. It was called Intertwined. This was actually one of the pictures I had taken when, for one of my assignments in another class, we had to do a hand study, and I had one of my friends do this. And I used a picture like that for my actual assignment. And then also during that session, I had taken a picture of her hands like this from the top, and it looked really neat. So I was like, hey, I'm putting that in print comp. And it got, you know, I guess an okay mark. Those are really hard markers, like ridiculous. Let's see. I think I'll just talk about one more and then call it a vlog. This one is actually like my favorite picture that I've probably taken. It was at one of my brother's football games because he plays for the London Silverbacks, which is part of the NAFL, North American Football League. It's, I guess, they equate to like being like semi-pro because they're sort of like above college or university football, but they're below professional. Anyways, this picture was actually an accident. Like, I didn't intend to take it. I called it Helmet Check. I don't know, I loved it. Because I was actually trying to take a picture of the guys in the background as they're coming off, but my camera happened to focus on the one guy putting on his helmet, and it turned out really well. Like, overall, it's a really great picture. I submitted this one to the photojournalism category, which, if I am still at Fanshawe for second semester, I'm putting all of my pictures in photojournalism because they're a lot nicer on the marking in photojournalism, and there's also a lot less pictures in there, so less competition. But no, like, that was like my top scoring picture, and I don't know, the students seem to really like it, and the teachers really seem to like it, so I think that's what I'm cut out for, is photojournalism, which is why I really wish Fanshawe had at least a course that was about photojournalism. But they don't, so they suck. Well, I have really babbled on way longer than I had intended, so I will talk about some of my other pictures and photography stuff a little later when I have a little more time. So I hope you enjoyed, and 'tis all for now. Toodles!